Hello, and welcome back to Vault Hunters 118. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are now on patch 7.6HH. It's the second hotfix to 7.6. Unfortunately, there are still a few bugs. For example, food can be eaten instantly, and you'll see that as I play. But with today's patch, a few things have been changed. I'll go over a lot of the patch notes as we play through some vaults in a bit, but some of the other changes have been to crafting recipes, such as storage drawers. So we're going to be crafting up some storage drawers in a bit also. And I think I'm going to try to start building some steam engines today. I should have the resources. I don't have a position. Well, I have a general idea where to put them, but I haven't prepared the area yet. So work on that. Make the steam engines. We gotta go craft up a couple blaze burners to power the steam engines. And then we'll see about switching our factory power from windmill to steam. So let's not waste any time. Let's go hop into a vault. Oh, we have a monolith vault. This should be more relaxing. And also, since I still have observer, make finding them maybe a little bit easier. And this is actually an ore room now that I think about it. Let's go see if we can't find us some more. Okay, so patch 7.6H. Yes, 2 H's because it is a hot patch of a hot patch. One of the biggest changes is to how vaults with protection work. Your beginner's grace, your... I'm forgetting the other one right now. Afterlife, that's what it's called. So, from now on, beginner's grace and afterlife. When you die, you don't lose what you looted. You get to keep everything you looted, but your gear will take durability damage proportional to how far into the vault you made it. And I'm not sure what the ratios are, but this way, let's say you have a really good run. You get just a ton of gear, and then you die in like the last room as you're about to get out of the vault. Used to be, you lost your crystal, took no gear damage, and you kept absolutely nothing. Now, you get to keep everything you looted, but your gear takes damage. I think that sounds awesome. It might be a little difficult to get used to, but I think the benefits definitely outweigh the durability loss, since you can always repair gear. Of course, you might not have the painite early game to repair gear, but before level 10, you can probably get away with using netherite. And so losing vault gear, not as bad. Now, was that the only spawner? I think so. Yes. Oh, soul-bound items will no longer take, will not take durability in a beginner's grace vault. So it actually makes having soul-bound on early level gear kind of useful. Since before, you didn't lose anything if you died. So having soul-bound on a level 10 chest piece, for example, was worthless. Since even if you died, you weren't losing it. So this also means now in co-op co-op vaults, if one person dies, everyone doesn't die. Which was the case in the past. One person died in a co-op vault, everyone died, and everyone got kicked out. Now you can actually continue the vault if someone dies, and they get kicked out with whatever gear or loot they had accrued. They've also changed the Phoenix Catalyst. Used to be, it worked like a Afterlife Catalyst, except with no experience penalty to it. Now, it works like a totem of undying. If you have a Phoenix Catalyst applied to your crystal, you get revived inside the vault with everything you had on you at the time. So you can, well, continue your vault run. Like I said, works like a totem of undying. This is a cool looking POI also. It's like a mini treasure room in here. They've also changed cake vaults, and this is a change that I'm on the fence about. I like most of it. One or two bits of it I don't like at all. Cake vaults went from having a maximum of 40 cakes to a maximum of 60, meaning that your average vault is going to have more than 30, which means you gotta find a cake about half a minute or less in order to, well, be able to complete the vault. Alright, and the other change, which I do like, currently, as you run through the cake vault, you get a modifier. What's being changed is the deeper you make it into the vault, the better the item quantity and rarity will become on chests, and that is retroactive. So, if you loot no chests and run through the first 20 rooms, and then you backtrack and loot as you go, each chest you loot will have a loot table as if it was generated after room 20. This means, well, you can run through, get as many cakes as you want, and then run back and loot heavily, and therefore turning cake vaults into a very good way of getting a lot of loot in one run. Oh, guys, got it. Okay, they've also changed the... Pick one more stuff, I think a lot. Ooh, this is a big one. Okay, they've also changed the Phoenix Catalyst. Used to be it worked like a Afterlife Catalyst, except with no experience penalty to it. Now, it works like a totem of undying. If you have a Phoenix Catalyst applied to your crystal, you get revived inside the vault with everything you had on you at the time. So you can, well, continue your vault run. Like I said, it works like a totem of undying. A few more changes. Catalyst fragments will no longer spawn before level 24, since you can't make catalysts until after 24 when you start getting dreamstones. They've also changed the Mystical Essence recipe. Mystical Essence is used to infuse catalyst. It now requires 8 dreamstones, whereas it used to require 4, and a Vault Diamond block, where it used to require Wootadite, so it got more expensive. Yesterday I ran a Prosperous Catalyst, well, double Prosperous. They've removed Prosperous, Soul Hunting, Item Rarity, and Item Quantity from Catalysts. So they're going to be mostly just living, ornate, gilded, and wealthy from now on. One more big change to take note is if you're running a vault at least 6 levels below your current level, you have a chance to not take durability damage. And this scales up to 21 levels below your current level. Of course, the downside is if you're running a lower level vault, you're going to be getting less gear, well, less drops, less loot, little to no XP. I believe 5 levels below your current level, you can't get coins. So there are major downsides to running vaults that are lower level than you, but you won't be losing durability. Makes co-op a little easier if you're helping someone lower level run through vaults. Not bad. One of the other changes to update 7.6 is they've changed the recipe for storage drawers. Well, specifically the compacting ones. These used to require black chromatic steel. They no longer do. And I need to craft up at least 6, maybe, let's see, emeralds, gold, iron, diamonds, chromatic. You know what, let's craft up 12. That should do for now. And now the compacting drawers are nice and set up, and they are all framed to match the rest of my dark oak drawers. Now, to make a framed drawer, you take your drawer and you surround it with sticks. That'll turn it into a framed drawer. framed drawers, you can then add just about any texture too. Red concrete will make it look like that. And you can actually apply multiple different colors. Let's grab pink and yellow. So you see we got the yellow trim, the red body, and the pink face. You can swap that around. You can also apply a drawer trim to give it the color of the trim. So that's what I did with all of these. I applied a dark oak trim to each, so now that they match nearly 100% the other drawers. And the other 6 compacting drawers I have up here with emeralds, diamonds, iron, gold, copper, and chromatic iron. I might make another one for our refined carbon and possibly our chromatic steel. So I have been at work setting up for the steam engine, and I figured I'd bring you in and just show you the final steps for crafting it. First, you take your chromatic iron blocks and you apply brass blocks to them to turn into brass casings. Then you're going to need a pog for each of the steam engines. We're going to craft up 4 for now. I'm also going to need to make a total of 16 black chromatic steel, which is going to take almost all of my perfect black opal I have left. So let's craft up, I want 15, not 16. And that's everything. This is going to be my steam engine. Got a little area where I can actually see it, interact with it. Down here's how the power, well, it's my main power grid, essentially. So if I stick these along the side here, this is now a boiler. That is the max height, I believe, being 8 blocks tall. And right now it's producing no energy. I need to go into the nether and go catch a few blaze so I could then put them underneath and power the boiler. So let's go do that. Blazes acquired. Let's set them in their place. So now this should technically create some power. Well, once I put water in it, it's currently empty. It should create some passive power. Not much. I also need to connect these. There we go. After a little bit of finagling, we have this working. And now we just need to pump some water in. And let's see if this works. It does indeed. Our steam engines are now producing power. Not much. Although, you know, 2,400, that's a third of what our windmill produces, and they're not even being powered right now. So from up here, we can actually see how the tank is doing. And we have a power gauge over here too. Nice. We're getting rolling. But now we got steam taken care of. Why don't we jump into, well, why don't I show you a few clips from my 2 vault runs I ran. One was very steamy, and the other one was a perfect example of why you want a pickering. Oof. Nether themed 4 obelisks. I can take on the 4 obelisks. I hate nether themes, and we have wild also. We do have lucky, so Let's item rarity. That's a mana refill. Don't need that at the moment. So how about I just focus on... Okay, nothing spawned. Just focus on looting. Oh, they have changed some of the spawns. They've adjusted how often the nether dogs, the wolves that will set you on fire, spawn. They didn't say which way they adjusted it, but I'm going to assume they've reduced the spawn rate. My gosh. I hate those little things. They're worse than the baby zombies. This vault sucks. You know what? I hate nether vaults. I'm getting out. I don't care if there's still 6 minutes left. Oh, we actually got a lot of XP despite bailing 5 minutes early. Quite a lot of ore. Not much in the way of coins and very few chests looted. But I was done. Those baby piglins are a nuisance, to say the least. Alright, this is awesome. We have the puzzle room. And most importantly, we have our flamerang. So we can, if I can actually hit what I'm aiming at, there we go. We can hit every single, well, again, if I can aim right, we can hit every single puzzle piece. Oh, we didn't get that one. A little too far away, I guess. This feels like it's taking a lot of time, but it's a whole lot quicker than grabbing them individually. Okay, looks like I got every single one. What do we need? 4 rare, 2 common, 1 uncommon, and 1 omega. Oh. Unless, did it go in the wrong pouch? They did not. We did not get enough rare. So, no puzzle today. So, how'd you like my Sir Robin impersonation? I bravely ran away. Of course, I completely forgot that I have Ghost Walk. I could have hit that and been safe for 3 seconds to get away, but I always forget I have it. Anyway, don't feel ashamed if you have to run away in a vault to survive. It's better that you get away and live than you die and lose what you have. That said, I just saw an update on the Discord, and if you give me a second, I'll read it to you. So, they're now calling vaults with Afterlife, Beginner's Grace, and Phoenix Catalyst snapshot vaults. I call them protective vaults. Just get the idea. In those vaults, you take durability damage when you die, but you keep your loot, as I went over earlier in this episode. What I didn't know, but they've made aware on their Discord, is that up until you earn the equivalent of 3,000 experience in the vault, you will not take any durability loss. The example they give is looting 300 wooden chests. So if you earn less than 3,000 experience and you die in one of the early vaults, you will not take any durability damage. If you loot more than 3,000 experience worth, then you will. But that's where the cutoff is, and as you gain more experience, you'll take a bit more damage. So the example they give is if you earn 5,000 experience, you take that 5,000, you subtract 3,000, which is your quote-unquote free experience. So now you have 2,000, multiply that by 5%, since that is the percentage damage you'll take. That leaves you with 100 points. That's how much durability would be applied to your gear. So, example, my chest piece here has 488 durability left. In the above example, if I died, gaining 5,000 experience in the vault, I would lose 100 and be down to 388 durability on my chest piece. I think that's a really good balance and will help new players gain loot, gain gear. You might have some loss of durability, but I mean, my first few vaults, I was lucky to get to 3,000 experience. So if I die after gaining 3,000 experience, I'm not losing anything. So I think it will really help newer players. With that said, let's roll this axe I got, open this monolith crate, and roll some mystery boxes. Oh, looks like I got another axe. We got 2 axes to roll now. Okay, pretty much a min roll on damage. And yep, neither of those are worth keeping. Let's open our relic booster packs. Ooh. That's nice. Dragonfoot we already had. The pick is another part of the miner's relic that I did not have. And our mystery boxes are just more emeralds, diamonds, and Larimar. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope I've been helpful to you. I hope you've learned a few things with all the new information from the patches that landed multiple times this week. By the way, we're on 7.7 now. Have all the bug fixes. We no longer insta-eat food. But yeah, I hope it's been helpful. Figuring out how the steam engine works was also pretty good. So we got a steam engine running. And, I can't think of anything else. So thank you. Hope you had a wonderful day. And I hope to see you next time. Later.